Dollar, dollar, dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack and flip for my foes. Dollar, 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 dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar, 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 dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yup, what's good, original crew, man? We're back, baby. We got a new visual. The Creepiest Kids Show. What show do you feel as though was creepy when you grew up as a kid?
Creepy?
Yeah. Or was afraid to watch, you know what I'm saying?
Afraid.
But it was considered a kid show. I'm going to tell you two from our generation. A lot of people were like, you know what I'm saying, spooky about.
Okay, say it.
One was Goosebumps. A lot of people,
love Goosebumps.
But I'm saying a lot of people was afraid of Goosebumps.
Yeah, I love Goosebumps.
And Are You Afraid of the Dark? When they used to tell the stories by the campfire.
Maybe Are You Afraid of the Dark? Maybe.
Those two.
But I loved Goosebumps.
As kids, people were very, very afraid of. You don't remember?
I don't. I don't know why. I just can't. But I definitely remember Goosebumps because I used to love Goosebumps.
One scary movie, for sure.
But it's shows.
Yeah, but I'm saying one from our generation. One movie, Disney Channel movie.
What? Don't Look Under the Bed?
Don't Look Under the Bed. Like Halloween Town wasn't scary. Yeah. Twitches wasn't scary. And what's the one with the three witches?
Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus wasn't scary. Don't Look Under the Bed. A lot of people was afraid of them.
I can't think of any shows that I was like that was creepy.
Like Disney Channel, no. Nickelodeon, those was the ones.
Okay. If some on this list, I'm like, yeah, that show was. Because I can't remember off the top of my head.
But hey, man, with that being said, before we get into it, make sure you check out the links in the description box.
Down below.
You already know where to go if you want to first support. All you got to do is check out down below. Also, if you enjoyed today's visuals.
Like it with a thumbs up.
But hey, let's dive into it, man. Let's check it out. Let's see what this about. Let's see what they got cooked up for us. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's get it.
Kid shows aren't normally something that's supposed to be scary. In fact, they're the opposite. They're usually the most bright and happy, sweet and kind pieces of media you can find in the world. But sometimes, there are kid shows that are a little darker. Ones that traumatize you. I remember back in elementary school around Halloween time, my teacher decided she would put something on for the class to watch. She had done this before, so we were all excited. I was excited. We all sat in rows on the colorful rug, crisscross applesauce, everybody's knees touching. And she rolled out one of those old big TVs, the ones that give you that fuzzy feeling when you touch them. I was stoked. I was excited to see SpongeBob or Shrek or whatever it could be. But when she turned on the TV, it wasn't Shrek or SpongeBob. It was Goosebumps. Some of y'all may have forgotten or may just be too young. But when I tell y'all this show used to give me...
Hey, like, also, if you were...
the tapes?
Like nah. I used to actually get the books. That's what I was about to say. I used to actually get the books and read the books. And then wanted to watch the TV show and see it played out. Also, another book I used to read and want to see the TV show was the Hardy Boys. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah,
like it's the mystery books. Those two books, like as a kid, the Goosebumps and the Hardy Boys, one of my I used to be like, I forgot to the
So you wasn't creeped out by Goosebumps?
Nah, not by Goosebumps.
Yeah.
Now, Are You Afraid of the Dark used to kind of give me a little shakes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but this, no.
Yeah.
Nightmares? I mean nightmares. So today, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be facing my fears and I'll be going over some of the episodes that were buried deep in my subconscious with y'all. And in the end, I'll go over the episode that scared me the most as a child. So strap in. Starting with the one known as the scariest to the general public. And then so we follow these two girls who stumble across this novelty shop in the middle of the night and straight off the jump, turn around and go home. Please. These two girls are Sabrina, aka the main character's best friend, and our main character, Carly Beth. What kind of name? In typical horror fashion, our main character is fascinated by the novelty shop and wants to go in.
It's white names from the 90s. It's understandable.
Sabrina and Carly Beth.
Carly Beth was a very much so white name in the 90s. Like white girl name in the 90s.
You knew Carly Beth.
Carly Beth, get over here. Yes, that is like those type of names were very much so common in the 90s, baby.
I mean, it has scary mask and an ominous man watching them. Who wouldn't want to go in? But before she can even take a step into the shop, her best friend Sabrina tells her no. Thankfully, that's a good friend. But after they leave, we see why Carly Beth was so interested in those scary looking masks. You see, Carly Beth is constantly being bullied in the form of people scaring her. These boys from school, her best friend, her little brother, all be scaring her because she's a big scaredy cat. And honestly, relatable. Not anymore, but I used to be the most sensitive, easy to scare kid on the face of the earth. And let me tell you, crying at every horror movie gets old. And it was starting to get old for Carly Beth too. The next day at school was the last straw. During lunchtime, the two boys that scared her from the night before come over to her table to apologize, saying they were just joshing around, having some fun, but Carly Beth was not having it. She tells them whatever, just go away. But when they go away and Carly Beth takes a bite of her sandwich,
oh, it had worms in it.
This PB&J is a little more chewy than normal. It tastes a little like,
I remember this joint. Yeah.
They put a live worm in her sandwich. Man, that's not even a prank. That gotta be some form of attempted murder. Cause what the actual, this was the last straw for Carly Beth. She had been humiliated. Her self-esteem was destroyed. She was so mad, she destroyed her duck costume. It was getting serious. She wanted revenge. She was tired of being the one who's constantly scared. She wanted to finally be the one doing some of the scaring. So she goes to the one place where she knows she could find something scary. The novelty shop. Carly Beth gets in and is met with this creepy old dude who, although is hesitant at first, lets Carly Beth shop around. My dog. Carly Beth browsing around and she's not really rocking with any of the masks. They're not scary enough. Conveniently though, she finds this back room that has exactly what she's looking for, a scary mask. But when she goes to grab it, the old dude comes out of nowhere and tells her, nuh-uh, these masks are not for sale. Carly Beth persists and tries to give him a whopping $30. Hold on, $30? But the old man still says no.
That's a lot of money for back in the day in the 90s for a kid to have $30.
You know what I could do with $30 back then.
Boy, hey, you went to the ice cream truck, you run up a lick. You go to the corner store, you run up a lick. You like, hey, $30. I'm covering the whole crew, bruh. Hey,
what you want?
I pull up, pull up to the club VIP. No, pull up to the corner store, all snacks on me, wipe me down. I'm popping. Yeah, it's birthday money, wipe me down, baby. I got everybody, all snacks on me, man.
Yeah, man, have some left over.
You want the big bag? It's on me.
It's on me.
You want the whole roll of Laffy Taffies? It's on me, big dog. You ain't even gotta get the joint for a nickel. It's on me, big dog. I got it covered. I don't the days, bro.
Come on, dude. $30? That's like a meal at Chick-fil-A. What are you doing? Old dude tells her she's not ready for the responsibility of the mask and it's super dangerous. But while he's explaining, Carly Beth steals the mask and runs out. She's a thug.
And she threw the money.
The old dude doesn't chase her. He just yells and closes the door. I mean, Carly Beth finally got what she needed to get revenge on the bullies. But she was gonna regret that real soon. Carly Beth gets home and immediately puts the mask to work, scaring her little brother. And that was only the beginning. She suits up for Halloween, taking with her this weird replica of herself that her mom made for her. I don't know.
Weird.
And picks up Sabrina to go looking for the bullies. She's hunting. And this is what we notice. The mask is making Carly Beth act a little more peculiar. Y'all like that word? Y'all like that? She's more aggressive, scaring random kids, scaring random moms, and even scaring Sabrina. Sabrina confronts her about this, and Carly Beth's only answer is, the mask made me do it. Okay, so if you grab me like that again and I punch you, just know my fist made me do it. Carly Beth eventually runs away for some reason and stumbles upon exactly who she wanted to find, the bullies. And a perfect setting too. She approaches them and they're immediately wetting their pants. Talking about how they goofing around and they only did those things to Carly Beth because they liked her. Oh, how could we all be so stupid? The old worm in the sandwich movie, eh? Real panty dropper, forgot about that one. Carly Beth successfully scares them off after the replica head of herself whispers to the boys, help me. And Carly Beth afterwards buries the replica head and returns home. I'm sure at this point some of y'all already know.
I remember this episode in bits and pieces.
Like bits and pieces, yeah.
Do you remember?
I love it. Like
in
I
bits
remember
and
some
pieces, but not the whole thing.
Okay, yeah.
Going on, but it gets even clearer when Carly Beth gets home and is finally ready to take off the mask. But when she tries to, it hurts. She can't seem to take it off for some reason, so she asks Sabrina to help her. When Sabrina goes to check, she sees there's no line between the mask and Carly Beth's skin. She even runs to the bathroom and sees the eyes in the mirror aren't her eyes anymore. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, she has become one with the mask. This was insanely scary as a kid. Getting stuck as your Halloween mask? Heck nah. It's bad enough that it's this mask because, let's be real, if you were stuck looking like that, you are not pulling a single person. Like, just scratch having kids off the list, please. But I think if it was one of those random funny masks, it'd be even worse. Like, imagine just trying to trick or treat one year, your mask gets stuck on you, and now You're stuck as the 44th President Barack Obama or something. Like, I ain't signed up for this. Carly Beth runs back to the novelty shop where the old dude is waiting for her, and he explains to her that that's her new face now. Carly Beth understandably starts tweaking out, but the old man interrupts her and tells her that there might be one last chance to remove it with a symbol of love. Self-love. He starts explaining to her how he was just like her and he didn't love himself. Blah, blah, blah. This ain't about you, bruh. But before Carly Beth can know what a symbol of self-love is, the other masks start floating off the shelf. This may look goofy, but you gotta understand, as a kid, this stuff was scary, bruh. Floating heads chasing you? Come on, buddy. Be real. It's a little scary. The heads chase Carly Beth all the way back to the cemetery where she buried her replica head, and they start backing off as soon as she raises it up, accepting that the crybaby scaredy cat girl she tried to bury is her, and she should love her regardless. Carly Beth is finally able to take off the mask. Woo! Yeah. All right, let's go. Yep. She goes home and hugs her mom, who had been worried about her all night. And while they're talking about Carly Beth's night, they turn around to see the little brother wearing the mask. Boom. And then the episode ends. Pretty scary, Pretty scary.
And they always ended like that, on like a cliffhanger, a weird cliffhanger. Yeah. You just like, bro, what the?
Wow.
And I used to always want a part 2, but you know, every week is a different story.
Hey, I don't know why she didn't just burn the mask or throw it away. But that's the one deemed the scariest to the general public. That's still not the one that I found the scariest. But before I go over that one, I have to go over one that I found almost as scary as the scariest, but for a different reason. Unlike most Goosebumps episodes, this one doesn't have a possessed mask or a werewolf or anything like that. So you're probably wondering, what makes it so scary? In this one, we follow a boy named Michael whose life might be worse than Carly Beth's. Like Carly Beth, he's constantly being bullied, but instead of it being some boys or his best friend or his little brother, it's his little sister. Sorry. And obviously, since she's the sweet, innocent little sister, she could mess with him and never get in trouble. Michael was sick of it. He wanted some payback. So the day his dad came home with one of those old big clocks and told his sister not to touch it, he saw an opportunity. He gets up in the middle of the night and makes his way towards the clock. And when he gets there, instead of doing, some actual noticeable damage, he just slightly turns the head of the bird that comes out the clock, which is, yeah, that'll show him. But when Michael wakes up the next day, things are different. Very different. It's his birthday. Mind you, his birthday had already passed. Like, it was a few days ago. So you know what that means. 2 B-days. Hey! Michael had gone back in time. And this is what I meant when I said this episode is scary for a different reason. Because every time Michael wakes up, he gets younger and younger. Going from a tween to a kid to a baby. That's scary. And it's not like when he turns into a baby, he's back to having baby thoughts. No, he's just Michael with the mobility of a baby. I would hate that. Even at my lowest of lows in life, I never, ever wanted to revert back to being a baby. I got too much left in the tank to stop. And it wouldn't have just stopped at being stuck as a baby. Next day, he would have been back in the womb. The day after that, back in the sack. And eventually, ceasing to exist, which is essentially death. Sort of. Luckily for Michael, though, he realized the way to prevent himself from getting any younger was to turn back the bird's head that he messed up earlier, effectively saving himself from having to go back in the sack and essentially death. Sort of. But like I said, although this episode is scary, it's still not the one I found the...
Like that, I don't remember that episode. I will say that. Like,
I don't think I remember that one.
And honestly, that episode wouldn't scare me.
Yeah.
One, like, it's just be like, dang, you know?
Dang. A little messed up that he gotta relive.
Yeah, now the first episode with the mask might have been a little scary for us back in the day as a kid. See, I'm beat dog.
Not for me, because I honestly used to love Goosebumps. I used to love just sitting on the couch watching.
But you never admitted to being afraid, or you was afraid of the dark, though.
That's why I said it's probably one of them, but I can't remember. That's might be.
Have y'all seen the new Goosebumps TV series? We've watched every episode of the latest, but I don't think it ever came back on.
Don't think so.
But we watched every episode of the new Goosebumps TV show, and it was actually good. You don't think so?
I can't remember.
Well, the one that was in the house, the dude house.
Oh, Goosebumps.
Let's get back into it.
What am I thinking about?
I have no clue. Let's go.
The scariest when I was little. This title belongs to no other than The Night of the Living Dummy. In this one, we follow a girl named Amy, and unlike the other two protagonists before her, Amy has no bullies or anyone she wants to get revenge on. Nothing. Just an older and younger sibling, making her the middle child, so no one likes her. And she's definitely the most unique out of the three, too. You see, Amy's into the very, very random hobby that is ventriloquism. That's when people use dolls to talk and pretend like they're not talking, and you couldn't learn how to juggle or something. And one day while showing off her skills, her doll Dennis falls apart. Bummer. Guess you gotta find something else to do. But luckily for Amy, her dad got her a new doll, a dummy named Slappy. Unlike Dennis, Slappy is no regular doll. You see, after Amy perfectly reads some Latin text that comes with Slappy, it turns out he's alive. And this stupid, ugly doll is the sole reason I couldn't watch this episode as a kid. For some backstory, I was already scared of dolls as a kid because of Chucky. So when I saw another evil looking doll that likes...
Let's not get twisted. A lot of y'all was afraid of Chucky as a kid.
I don't know what it was. Chucky is scared
and that good guy doll, bro. A lot of y'all was afraid.
Scared the crap out of me.
A lot of y'all was, when I leave the... And then I ain't gonna hold you. Like, as a kid, we all thought when we leave the house, our dolls came alive.
Don't know.
Like, whatever toy you had, you thought your toys came alive when you left the crib,
like,
bro.
I know I left you in a different position when I left.
Toy Story ruined this for us, man.
Yeah.
I was already scared of dolls as a kid because of Chucky. So when I saw another evil looking doll that likes to crack jokes and he's ginger, it brought back trauma. I'm not gonna sit here and act like Slappy was doing the same things Chucky was doing. He wasn't murking people or anything. But he was doing something that as a kid could be perceived worse than death. He was getting Amy in trouble with her parents, messing up family paintings, making fun of her family. He even attacked a family friend. And all these things may seem tame, like no big deal, right? But imagine if Amy had immigrant parents. Yeah. After Slappy doing all these things and then trying to murk Amy's dad with a guitar, my fault, Slappy. I didn't know you had it in you. Amy decides to finally get rid of Slappy by throwing him down.
That ain't gonna do nothing.
He does this funny scream when it happens. But that very same night, Slappy returns, threatening her family and telling Amy she will be his slave forever. Yeah, you could try saying that to her, Slapster, but try saying that to me, and you're gonna end up trending on Twitter, buddy. At this point, Amy's sister finally sees that Slappy's actually alive, and they also realize Slappy is a doll, a hollow doll that you could like push over and kick and stuff, which kind of makes my fear of this dude coming after me as a kid a bit irrational, but whatever. Slappy chases them around the house, eventually catching them off guard and tripping Amy. And as he was standing over her, talking about how the family belongs to him now or whatever, two things didn't make sense to me. One, why is the sister just watching him stand over Amy? And two, why is Amy so hell-bent on grabbing the broom to attack Slappy? You literally just shoved him upstairs. Kick the dude, bro. Anyway, while Slappy is standing over Amy, out of nowhere, someone tackles Slappy, causing him to shatter his face on the fireplace, releasing the evil gas.
No, did y'all not people who tackled him?
That was a little girl?
No.
Slappy, causing him to...
Hold on.
Bent on grabbing the broom to attack Slappy. You literally just shoved him upstairs. Kick the dude, bruh. Anyways, while Slappy is standing over Amy, out of nowhere, someone
the other little doll.
What's it, the other?
The other doll where the head came off.
Yeah.
Tackles Slappy, causing him to shatter his face on the fireplace, releasing the evil gas in his system. What the? Amy and her sister are confused as the family comes downstairs, including her brother. Wait a minute. If the brother wasn't the one who tackled Slappy, then who did? We see on the table Amy's old dummy Dennis is alive, and they gave him the voice of Goofy for some reason. Gosh, it's good to be back in the family. Boom, and then the episode ends. Slappy eventually returns again in Night of the Living Dummy 3 with freaking Anakin Skywalker. Then he returns again in Bride of the Living Dummy where Slappy gets a shorty. And eventually returns a third time in the movies, but that Slappy sucks. Sorry, not sorry. Hopefully you guys can see why I found this show so creepy as a kid. And if you don't, I don't blame you. There's a lot of goofy. And moral of the story? Hey kid,
break. Now we need a break.
That's lit though, bro.
I love Goosebumps and all the little stories and stuff.
Yeah.
But no, I was never like really scared. That one probably did creep me out. But I don't think I was like scared of it. But it probably did creep me out though. Especially since I was scared of Chucky.
Yeah, that too.
Seeing that too, and it's just like, I'm good.
Yeah. It's okay. You can be scared. Ain't nothing wrong with being scared. Truth shall set you free. Y'all spam us up in the comments, man. Let us know y'all thoughts about it in the comment section down below for it. But until next time, y'all know how it go, man. I do go by the name DJ New Kid. This is We are. We are.
Go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my folks. Dollar.